Hello, hello. I guess I'm going live. Hello, hello. I guess I'm going live. I thought today would be fun to do a little sketch. So, I like to do these weekly prompts, and this week we are doing subconscious. So, I like to do these weekly prompts, and I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to do it as a live stream. Woo! By the way, if any of you guys want to do this challenge as well, hit me up on Instagram. It's the exact same tag as my YouTube. Just go on down there and message me. Or not message me, but make your own subconscious and tag me in it. I will hopefully get to see some beautiful, beautiful art that you guys make. Don't you love when you put in like all of the detail into the little mini sketch and you're like, oh, I don't need to do that after all. All right, let's see. We're gonna just give her some super extra flowy hair. Well, I guess myself, but subconscious, I don't know. Anyone who has seen my Tune Me stream knows that I don't actually have super flowy hair. I have really short hair. But it's art, who cares? Let's see. We're just gonna kind of outline the face for this one. We're not doing any actual like facial details, but we are going to start sketching in what I want to do, because I think it would be really fun to actually create like a little solar system or something. See, that, in my opinion, that just looks really cute. and I feel like it fits me fairly well because I'm a very curious person. And I like to do a lot of different things, you know? I don't know if that actually made sense, but I don't know, maybe someone will relate. Here we go. Make a nice big center for the little sun that's going to be there, I guess. Actually, we don't need a sun right there. We can just throw in some random planets and make a little galaxy out of this. Let's see. I like when things have those rings, you know? It just, to me, it makes it feel like it has so much more to offer. I don't know if that's just me, if I'm being weird or anything. I just realized it made absolutely no sense. Like, zip, nada, zilch. Great. I know I've been doing a lot of live streams as of late, but I don't know. I think it's been fun lately getting to actually do these as live streams. Okay. I think I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit more. So we're going to zoom that out actually. And then, because I wanted it to be like super focused. Okay, here we go. I think that came out okay. Let's see. Yeah. It's not zoomed in a lot more, but I like it. I like it a bit more like this. Here we go. And I was thinking that maybe I could have been a liar and we could. Okay, we're gonna just put that back down. No. Because this would have been that line. Maybe we could draw some eyes. No, I'm not feeling it. Sorry. It was worth a shot, though. Definitely worth a shot. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. For the background, we can do a really basic dark purpley color like this. Okay, now we're going to start adding in stuff for the hair. So I was thinking her hair could actually be kind of like a nice blue, like a bright blue. I like that. Because, you know, it's all fake. Here we go. By the way, guys, I will be posting a link to a Patreon account if anyone decides to want to try and support me that way. It would be greatly appreciated, I will say that much, because my boyfriend and I, we are trying to get our own place. And it would really, really be nice to, I guess, have that extra bonus. Not that you guys have to, of course not. But if you guys think I should start linking my Patreon, let me know. And I might start doing speed paints again, so that it's actually worth everyone's time. But the Patreon does have some pretty neat tiers, I think. If you join my $1 tier, yes, I have a single dollar tier. You would get and I know this isn't much, especially considering I'm such a small person on the interwebs right now. But you would get a shout out. Now, obviously, I don't expect anyone to really care about that. But for a whole whopping $5, you would get a free monthly piece. Yes. You guys would get a full resolution, no watermark, free digital piece. One a month. Oh, I guess it's not free if you're doing the tier. But you would also get with that, you would also get the shout out. I mean, personally, I don't think that's a horrible deal. However, I do have one more tier. It's a $10 tier. And again, it's not really much, but it would have an in-depth video of how I do my art stuff, like for the monthly piece. Which, by the way, monthly piece, it's not one of these little sketches, guys. It is a full-on 11 by 14. I think it'll be a 450 DPI, just because 300 DPI, while it's great, it's not the best. But I can't do 600 DPI. I mean, I can, but it would really kill my computer. So unless it's for like a really big commission, I don't do 600 DPI at that large of an image. But it would be a 450 DPI 11 by 14. And you would have a digital copy so that if you wanted, you could have it printed off. Obviously, I don't want you guys to be sending me addresses just in case, you know. Not saying anything would happen, but I'm just saying, people, I'd rather not have those. I don't like sending out prints as of the moment. But to be honest, if you guys want to become a patron, please let me know. I'll start doing speed paints. I might start doing speed paints of these weekly little prompts. And we will be able to, I don't know, I'll set it up as a link in the description. By the way, Shout outs. You would get a shout out for every speed paint made within that month. Just so you know. Right now I'm just filling in the kind of person with the deep blue kind of color, because this is going to act as like the galaxy base, and I want her to really give off that internal galaxy kind of vibe. So having a super dark base can be helpful to help any and all bright colors just pop, which obviously that's what we're going for. Now, I'm not typically one to draw a little bit more abstract-y like this. Not that this is very abstract, of course. But, I mean, I guess that depends. This is for me. By the way, guys, you know how I keep saying I'm an idiot? I found out that the reason why my little blending modes kept saying they were acting funny was because I was using CMYK instead of RGB. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know how I started using CMYK over RGB. Let's see. Well, that's a bit bright for a planet. Obviously, these aren't real, accurate planets. And while I typically would actually use the circle tool to try and help me get that better, whoopsie, I would usually use the circle tool to help me get that nice, actually even planet shape. But I thought since it was the subconscious, it could be a bit more fun. Maybe these are somehow weirdly shaped. Some weirdly shaped planets. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to just give each of these their own kind of different color. Make them a bit of fun. No! Nope, wrong thing. Still. By the way, I will not be streaming for very long. I do have to be up fairly early in the morning, so unless I happen to finish this before I have to go to bed, then we'll see. However, I do have a very busy kind of schedule tomorrow. I was asked if I could come in a couple hours early to work. So I was like, yeah, because I keep somehow missing hours. Nah, what happens is we keep getting closed for snow day, or I had to take a day off. Well, not that I had to, but I took a day off recently for my birthday. And truth be told, it was amazing, but I'm now regretting financially. It really affected me in ways I didn't think it would. But I don't really care. Wow, this one's going to come off as super neon green, but I kind of like it. because this is the one that has the double rings. So it kind of feels like it's a mutated planet. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's see. I like that. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if you think the green planet was a cool one. Let's see. Alright, last planet to at least color. And let's make it kind of orangey. Orangey yellow. Yeah. Give these each their own kind of unique colors. Yeah, I like that. We are so kind of erasing some of this though. Let's see, here we go. Alright, we're just gonna kind of erase that and we're just gonna try again. That looks a bit better. And there we go. See, we're going to zoom out a little bit. I like that so far. Alright, we're going to use the same kind of color to try and incorporate it. We're going to make this brush a little bit bigger. We're going to kind of do a gradient back here to just kind of make it slightly more interesting in the back. There we go. There we go. Now, part of the reason why I use the same color is to kind of just, I don't know, make sure it's not just one spot, I guess, in the image, or show that there is some kind of coordination in the piece. Oh, maybe I should actually just make the back black. I don't usually do that, but it certainly makes things easier right now. There we go, problem solved. Not usually something I would do, but I kind of like it a bit more. It helps her, me, subconscious, whatever, stand out just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Okay. Now we are going to kind of start adding the galaxy bits, I suppose. So let's see. I just realized I don't know a galaxy off the top of my head, so I'm going to have to look that up super quick. Let's see. I mean, I typically do a lot of kind of night skyish stuff. I don't actually do a whole lot of galaxy, just because it's a bit complicated for me for some reason sometimes. It's just a little bit of a pain to try and get those bright colors, because the thing is, I'll start adding in these colors and all of a sudden I'm like, that doesn't actually look right. In case there's anyone else here who has ever like actually tried to color a freaking galaxy, and we're like, huh, I don't know if this is actually what I'm going for. And it's like, oh, of course it's not. Of course not. Why would it possibly be what I'm actually going for? But I want that actually like super colorful kind of background in this one. Just because it helps. Yeah, just a bit. Let's see if we can actually make this a bit brighter so that it doesn't look as much like the hair. I don't think there's any getting around this one. But what we can do is make it more of a true blue and try that instead. Ah, wrong thing, wrong thing. There we go. I like that. I hope you guys like that too, because I think that looks kind of cool. Here we go. Now we're just going to work these two things kind of. We're going to work these two things kind of meeting in the center. Here we go. Now, obviously, I will create some spots where they don't really meet or mesh or fill in the entire space. But this is kind of what we're going to start off with. Okay, let's see if the cotton brush will mistreat me today. It's looking like it might. I don't know. I think I used on accident the wrong brush to get the galaxy look. Because I have a brush that I particularly like when it comes to getting this whole, you know what, I think I did. So we're going to actually try swapping this up back with that brush. It's this one. And you'll see why. It gives it this already like much more of a loose kind of, this loose kind of texture. Or even though the other one was kind of having it and everything. And obviously I was going to try and blend it out. This just clearly works a bit better on that turn. And it just, it helps things blend a bit better in the way that I'm wanting it to. We're just going to kind of mix some of these bits up. Here we go. Now let's try using this with this brush. Here we go. Let's give it a second because for some reason this brush can take a hot minute sometimes. Let's actually try zooming in a bit more too, because this could help me actually get those more minor details. Like how I want to soften this up just a wee bit. You see, it's doing that super slow render for some reason. Here we go. Oh, it's starting to keep up for some reason. Ooh, I don't like how that happened. Yeah, that's better. And I will be going in again with that brush just to add a little bit more texture. and to kind of help with certain areas that could really, really, really use the darker bits again, just so it doesn't all look like it's the exact same kind of tones. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to go back in with this beautiful brush. We're going to add a little bit of this time. Back to this ultra fine kind of blue. Here we go. I don't know how I feel about that. Nope, never mind. Why isn't it going back as far as it usually does lately? Huh. Oh well. Okay, we're just going to kind of mix this all up. We're going to give that another shot, honestly. Can go back in with this time. Okay, here we go. Kind of give it some of that texture back. Go back to this one, do the same thing. Give it back some of its texture. Okay, now here's where I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I mean a lot, after I do some quick blending just so this doesn't all look too textured. So here's the thing. These brushes, beautiful brushes, okay? You can get some amazing textures with these, and you don't always want to blend out the texture, but sometimes, just to make sure everything looks even, you want to blend it out. And you'll see I'm not blending all of it out. I'm just getting like the main bit so it looks equally soft all the way around. Okay. And that's partially because like this whole area is super vibrant. But what we're going to do, we're going to go in with this brush. We're going to set it to the eraser setting. And we're just going to kind of go in on some of these areas. And this will be an example of one of those things when I don't actually want to take out that texture, most likely, because it helps give it this neat quality. This really pretty kind of natural effect, like it's naturally more blended like this. And you'll be able to see more of that dark underneath. Now, this is part of why I wanted to keep that dark, because it's going to really, really help these bright bits pop so that the bright bits aren't all we see. Here we go. I'm going to just buff some of them a little bit. Again, you don't want to do it to the point that you don't see any texture. You just, what is in my hoodie? Sorry about that. All of a sudden, I just felt something kind of like poking me in my hoodie. No, you just want to do it just enough that it all looks pretty evened out. You don't want anything to look too soft, but also not too harsh on each other. Like, I kind of like this. There's still a good bit of things being super where they are, But I'm going to go in just a little bit more. Kind of get some more of these bits. Here we go. There we go. For me personally, I think that'll be it for me. I like how this looks. I like it quite a bit. I don't know, this is just how I feel about it. So now we're going to add in the stars. Because I mean, you can't have this without stars. That'd just be wrong. I have this beautiful, beautiful starry texture that I like to use that you typically can't really see until I zoom it in, like big time. I'm not going to really like try and zoom in per se. I'm going to try and put in a bunch of these little ones. I'm going to try and do, I don't know, different things. But, you know, some of them kind of popping through already. And I mean, that's what we're after. We're after these nice, pretty, galaxy-looking things. By the way, if you like how this is turning out so far, let me know down below. Honest to goodness, this is my favorite part of any kind of sky that I do. Just adding in all of the stars. It's amazing. I don't know, it's honestly one of those things that I'm just like, this is my favorite part. Here we go. We're going to throw some sprinkled bigger chunks just because that'll help out just a teensy bit. But I am going to go back to this main brush for the stars. So I'm actually going to do, so I'm going to select one of the parts of it down here. Well, no, actually, let's go back up here. I'll select this bit. No. There we go. I think I like that bit. We're going to copy the selection to a new layer. And we're going to just make it huge. I like to set it up so that it looks like there's a bunch of just really big, huge stars kind of floating around. But since it was made on a splattered brush, it looks a lot more natural because I'm not placing these things individually. Like, I'm not doing that. They're just randomly generated in these spots, and it gives them a bit more of that actual, like, real starry feel. Okay. See, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So we're just gonna merge these different layers together. Alright, so that's the galaxy portion done. Well, sorta. It's the galaxy, the colors for the galaxy. But now we have to do the planets. For this bit, I'm going to go above our sketch layer. And I'm gonna start just going to town on this, creating different little bits here and there in these. I love this brush, by the way. It's a little sketchy brush. I kind of personalized to fit my needs a little bit more, but I will see about trying to get those settings if anyone else wants them. Alright, so I'm just kind of going over the sketch layer with this one. And I am going to just kind of set things up a little differently, I think. Not by much, but enough to help me keep that painterly look that I love to have. Here we go. I like giving that a bit more of a dark ring. I don't know why. It just feels fun. There we go. No, I pressed too hard on the brush. Okay. So far, so good. Nothing to really go home about. You feel? Yeah, most of these planets, they're not going to really get much shade. But I will be doing a lot of just fixing, fixing the overall shape, and I might give them some different little styles here and there. Right now it's going to be much, much more about making sure that they actually get to look like planets. I guess the question is going to be, what's the light source so that these planets actually look like they're in a solar system? Oof. I might have to be hopping off here soon, y'all, but I will be back on sometime soon. Just starting to hit that bedtime for me. Okay, here we go. Whew. The other thing is, guys, like I've worn myself out so much. My back hurts, my legs hurt, like everything hurts from not giving myself actual proper rest. So it hurts a lot, and I should have been taking better care of myself, but I got way too into it lately.
By the way, this particular piece will not have any kind of speed paint. Unfortunately, I forgot to freaking turn on my recorder. So I feel like an idiot there. Because for anyone wondering, I do use a completely separate program for live streams than I do recording. So this is not being recorded. Just for some reason, I can't get OBS to work for me. So I started trying to just find ways around that, and that kind of led to this different thing where I think it has an option to record, but I don't know. I don't really feel the best about the way it is already. It makes my computer so laggy, and I need internet for it, which I don't always have, which is part of why I don't always upload so much. But on the plus side, I think this is actually starting to look kind of cool. Here we go, the last planet before I actually have to put everything down and go to bed. Alright. There we go. The last planet. I will do some quick shading though, because I don't want to just leave this as is for me to have to figure out how to fix later. Here we go. We're just going to do some quick little throw-ins right here. Make this brush a lot tinier. Do, 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 do. Gotta get that painterly texture. Here we go. That's odd. I've never seen that before. There we go. That fixed that up a bit. Okay, here we go. That looks much better in my opinion. Well, it at least looks better. Right, let's just, for fun, add in some brighter tidbits. Just somewhere in here like that. Now we're just gonna buff that out super quick. There we go. I don't know, I think that looks kind of fun. Not really the most accurate shading, but it's something. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna... Here we go. Do, do, do. Here we go. Again, not necessarily accurate, but it's something. There we go. I kind of like that. Then we're going to go down to this one. We'll just go straight to this color instead. There we go. Alright, now for the green and the red. So for the green, we're just going to make this super there and there. Ha. Here we go. Alright, I kind of like how this is turning out. It's fun. It's just, yeah, it's just kind of actually just fun. Just throw in that extra little bit for fun. Throw in the highlight. Do. Here we go. I like how this is kind of coming out. And it's not actually the most accurate thing, but I like it. It's fun. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Been having a little bit of a cough lately. Nope. There we go. There are the planets. And I'm debating on doing the hair just because that's all that's left. But I really think I should actually probably go to bed because it is after midnight where I am. And I can't really stay up any longer because I do have to be up early. I like this. We'll finish this up sometime soon. If I don't get a chance to live stream the rest of this, then I will just simply put it up on my Instagram, shelbyin.artwork. Check it out if you'd like. Alright, guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful evening / morning / midday. If you are somewhere completely else, I don't know. Have a good one. Alright, guys. Bye.